Hello everyone, it is the Craft Hog here, and I am coming on to do my very first tutorial. So I'm sorry if I like mess up or if I don't do something right, because it's my first one and I'm a little nervous about that. And you'd think I'd be like all okay with talking to you by now, but it can be nerve-wracking because, you know, I don't know what you think, except when you comment. And I appreciate all the positive comments. Thank you so much. I'm still learning a lot of this paper crafting stuff. I love to craft. I love to do like my signs and florals and wreaths and things like that, but I'm really getting addicted to the paper crafting. So I try to incorporate all kinds of different crafting when I can during the week. And I did learn this from someone else. I don't remember who, but I'll look in my list and I'll link them because they should get the credit for this, because that's where I learned it. But what she taught is, you know, when you're stuck with strips like this, what do you do with them? You know, different size strips. What do you do with them? You know, I don't throw them. No way am I going to throw all this good stuff. I do use them like for border things, or maybe, you know, like a size like this or this I'd put on a page, and, you know, you could put a tag in it. But also you can make bows with them. No dies necessary, and honestly I don't think you would have to have the envelope puncher for this. I haven't tried it with anything else because this is where I learned it, but I would think that you may be able to use a paper punch. Maybe we'll try that if I can find mine. Could try that. We'll do it with the envelope punch first, and then while I'm on here, then we'll try it with the paper punch. We'll see. I don't know for sure. But what you do is you take a strip. You know, you do want to pay attention to the size. Now, a strip this thin, like these two I wouldn't, but a strips this thin, I actually don't go all the way up to the edge. Maybe I should just do like strips like this. Okay, so like strips like this, you can go all the way up to the edge because the middle of your paper here, where you're going to punch the holes, well, you'll see it punches in pretty far. So that's why with some strips you have to kind of bring it out a little bit, but we'll work with one where you don't have to. Actually, I'll use the big one first. That's what I'll do. Okay, so what I do is I put it in the middle and I punch, and then I flip it over and I line it up so that this groove here matches where my punch will be. Okay, see what I mean with, you know, you won't have much paper in the middle if you use strips that are so small and you go all the way up to the edge. Then what you're going to do is you'll, you know, however long you think you want your bow, I mean, you play around with this a little bit. You're going to punch again. Flip it over. Punch it. And then you'll want to do your other side also. Okay, I got to remember where I did that. So 2.5. So you'll punch it, flip, punch, and you'll have something like this, which is so cool because it looks like one of those candy, like a candy, it could be like candy folder thingies. And then what you want to do is you want to do your dovetail, so you'll just center it in the middle. Now sometimes these dovetails don't look the greatest, but you could always cut them out too. Center it, and so there you have your dovetail. And as you see, this one's a little bit wider. Okay, then what I do is I just, you know, curl my paper so it will be nice and round for the bow. So I keep curling, and I curl just the two middle ones. Okay, Then what I do is I just take the edge, the end piece, and I just bring it into the middle. So I'll take the edge piece and bring it in the middle. You could fold them if you wanted to. See, I can fold them and bring them in the middle if it's easier. Okay, then you have a bow. So you just hot glue it, or glue however you do, in place. And hold it there for a little bit so the glue gets nice and hot, and the glue gets it nice and snug, and then straighten it out as you need to, and there you've got your bow. Look at that. Put a little gem in the middle, or I brought out my Nuvo drops I thought I would dot in the middle, and there you've got your bow. And this one right here is a nice sized bow. So larger strips, I've never done one this big. So this actually, really turned out to be a cute bow. So now let's do one where we'll have to come in a little bit. So then what you want, like I said, what you want is put in the same spot, but then just bring it out a little bit. Punch, flip it. You don't want it all the way in, you want it brought out. And this one, I guess I could have done it because there is enough in the middle where I could have done a little bit more. I mean, I've had some where there's just a strip and it still works. Okay, and then decide about how long you want that other one. And since it's big enough, I'm just putting it up to the edge. Do your other side. Curl it. Bring it in to the middle. Dab some hot glue, bring it in and hold it there for a little bit. You know what? I forgot to put the dovetails on, which is fine because once this dries, you still have time to put you still can do your dovetails. It might just be a little bit, a little bit harder to do, but you could still do your dovetails. See? Kind of got a goofy dovetail there, but there's another bow. Cute, huh? All right, let's do some of these other ones. I have wanted to do a bow with this kind of paper. Oh, that one's not even even. Out of my stock, so I thought, well, I'm going to do some bows. And then the dovetail. Curl your paper. Oops. Bring them in. And I always hold on to one to make it a little bit easier. And bring them together. I don't know, sometimes my glue gun doesn't hurt my fingers and sometimes it does, so I don't know. There must be a difference in some of the glues. But cute, huh? So that is how you make bows with strips. Here, I'll even do a smaller one. Let's see. That looks to be about the middle. Oops. And I just eyeball the sizes, or the sizing. You know, if you screw up, you screw up, but I just kind of eyeball them. Oh, I forgot to do the dovetail again. We'll just do that right now. You can do it at, I mean, really, you can do that at any time. You could do it at the beginning or at the end or in the middle. That part really doesn't matter. It's the middle punches that will matter. And here we go again. Oops. I got a little messy with this one. So there you go. Another cute bow. So there is an easy way to make bows with the punch. Now, let's see if we can do it with just this kind of a punch, because it's not really, I mean, it shouldn't be that much different, right? Just gonna take the middle, which is 6 inches. I mean, yeah, sure, you're I would say maybe it doesn't work so well with a punch, because what I'm looking at right now is the fact that there's going to be sharp corners, but we're going to try it. Let's just try it. Doesn't hurt to try, right? Curl our ribbon, or curl it, curl ribbon. I don't know about me sometimes. I just don't know. Yeah, the only thing about doing it with a punch is you see how it kind of got, you know, right there. So that kind of stuff you'll want to fix, but I guess you really could use punch if you have nothing else. You just maybe want to use a scissors or something to help curve some of this. Yeah, that's what you would do. Use the scissors to curve it if you don't have another way to do bows. Gosh, look, that actually did work, girls. It may not be perfect, but it worked. Look at that. It actually did work. And then we would just have to eyeball our dovetails. Yep. That worked. Let's do another one of them, just because I kind of went through that a little fast. You know, use your ruler, figure out where. So 9 inches, we're gonna want it right about 4.5, so right about here. Put a punch in there. Punch on the other side. Figure out the middle between the end and here. So let's see, about 4.5. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter where you exactly have it. You just don't want it too far down here or you won't have your tails. And actually, we could probably just do this as long as because you know that's going to be bent anyways. When you then you don't have to remeasure. And I guess you could cut it at, you could cut here before doing the middle. I just prefer to do it all at once instead of making all them cuts. So put it together and then see how, you know, and really honestly, if you put like a band over it, you could probably put a band over it too to hide that, but I don't know. I kind of like the middle being a little bit skinnier. And then just cut it. Cut a little bit of a curve, and there you go. You got your bow. Dovetails. So how's that? Cute. So you can make bows if you don't have a die. You can make bows with the envelope punch, which the reason why I bought this is because I can do these kind of things. I can do the envelope and then also the curves or the rounding of corners. You can also do that with. See, you can round the corners. So that's why I bought this. It was $12 on Amazon. I'll put a link below. I bought this for that, you know, because it does multiple things. I didn't want just one little punch, you know, that I could easily lose. I wanted something that I could do other things for, and I am kind of cheap that way too, but I just, you know, I look at things that way. What else can I do with it? And so that's a lot of times why I buy some of the things that I buy. So I'm kind of happy with that. That's pretty cool. So you can make bows with this, or you can even use a punch. If you've got what is that? The crocodile? You could do that too. You could use that punch too. So we can make bows with either or. And then of course like with these bows, I will add things to it, like Nouveau drops or beads, or maybe, you know, just some fun stuff, ribbon, you know, maybe I'll add a heart, you know, have some fun with that. Now, how to make these. How did I do that again? That's another thing I was going to show. All right, let's see here. Well, what I did with them is I would make, what I did with my daughters is I made these, okay? So I had these. And then what I did was I went in and I just did a few more. Sorry, remember now, this is the first time I've ever done a tutorial, so if my ADD kind of has me off track, which it did for a little bit there because of the whole punch thing, I'm sorry. But what I did is I just kept on, I made like a strip. I just made another strip basically. And I curled all of them, all the pieces. I curled all of these pieces. And then, let's see, how did I do that? And then I folded each one. Carefully, you don't want this top part to bend. I made a few extra here. I wouldn't need that many. So I'll cut that off. But I did. I just kind of went like this, and I folded them all in, being careful not to bend this. Okay, and then, well, that was a little big. And then I glued them together. Oops. And actually what I'm going to do is just fold this one in, because you'll see in a minute what happens to what I'm going to do with it. So there, I just kind of folded them all together, folded it in, then I lifted up the the previous ones I had made a little bit, just fluff them up a little bit, and then I put a dot of glue in the middle and added it. And that is how I made these cute little, I mean, obviously I played around a little bit, but that's how I made them. Look at that. Now isn't that cute? Now you don't have to do anything else to it. You know, you've got the added rolls, and very cute. Very, very cute. So again, you make your original little guy here. You got your little guy here. Put him off to the side, and you just punch a few holes in each. I'll just kind of randomly do them. And you know, you can measure them, or you can just space them out how you want. Curl them. I guess I wouldn't need all that, but curl them. Then each end gets folded in carefully. That one bent already. If I wanted to on this one, I guess I could do one more. Pinch the inside. I'll hold them. I have to hold them together a little bit. You might have to. Glue it, pinch it. Ooh, see, that time it got hot. Hot. Then fluff these girls up. Curls. And plop it in there. Tutorial, but very cute. Isn't that cute? So cute. I just love that I made them. You know, I mean, obviously it looks better when the when they match, when they're the same size, but I had all these strips, so I thought, well, I'm going to try some of this and make a few bows with them. So that was a long tutorial. I'm sorry, it is my first, but look, I showed you how to make bows using the envelope punch board and a punch that I didn't know if it was going to work out or not, but it did. Cool. And then we added the middle pieces to, you know, continue on. I can't remember what those kind of ribbons are called, but I happened to do it the one day, and I did it on my daughter's card, which I put away already, but I thought it was so cute. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great night. I don't know if I'm going to come back on again, but I do want to do a tutorial yet showing you how I made my dragonfly little things. Oh, where is the dragonfly? These here. That will be the next tutorial I come up with. I just need to get everything out and make some time for it, because that one will be a little bit longer, and I gotta make sure my hands aren't hurting me. So but I am so happy that I did these cute little things, and I will link the original person who gave me the idea to do it. She comes up with a lot of good ideas using the punch board. There's a lot of saves where I want to try some of her stuff, so you probably will enjoy her too. All right, well, you take care, everybody. And make sure if you do go and friend her, make sure you say that I sent you so that she can see that I gave her credit for something that she came up with. All right, well, you all have a great night. This was fun. I hope to do more of these. So you take care, and you can tell I don't talk to people much during the when I'm working, because I work from home, and so I don't get to talk to people. So it's like I get on here and I just want to gab away, even though you're not talking back to me. But that's just how it is, I guess. But you all take care. I am happy to have you all as my friends, and I enjoy your comments. I enjoy your video content. A lot of times I like it. I don't comment all the time, but I do watch your videos. I did get to this week, quite a few of you. So, but anyways, I better go. Take care all. Bye now.